All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the After Hours Gaming League. We're going to go into Game 3 here very shortly of Google versus National Instruments. And it's going to be BGG versus IsCake. Now, National Instruments is up 2-0 right now. We've seen both Sergeant York and CERN have extremely strong Zerg styles. We saw the first Zerg style, a very interesting Zerg contain, go on our Terran opponent, and of course the second style was a really interesting 4 roach rush, just 4 roaches. He was able to kill, I believe, about 20 SCVs. He just did an incredible amount of damage there. Now, gosh, this is going to be really hard. I haven't seen Cake's games, so Google's representative for this game is Cake, and I haven't seen Cake's games. But Cake really needs to bring his best to this game because it's going to be really rough for him. He's got to bring it back for Google. He's got to bring it back to 2-1. And then Relkin, who is up next for Google, has got to bring it back to 2-2 so they can take it to the ace match and win it. Now, it is going to be on Antigua Shipyard, and the countdown has already begun, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go ahead and go into the game. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Dr. Zealot, and here at the end of this week we are going to have a little bit of a caster vote. So there are a whole bunch of casters here in the After Hours Gaming League, myself being one of them, and we're having a little bit of a friendly competition. So if you like my casting, then please, in a week or so, please go to the After Hours Gaming League site and vote for me so that you can see more of me in the After Hours Gaming League in the future. Now, let's go ahead and introduce the players up here in the top left-hand corner. Their team is down 0-2 right now, and they need a miracle to bring them back. They need a Protoss miracle. He is our red Protoss representing Team Google, Cake, or IsCake even. Is that, wait a second, is that IS Cake? Is that Infinity 7 Cake? I'm not sure about that, ladies and gentlemen. We'll check that later after the game. And of course, down here in the bottom right-hand corner, we have our blue Terran representing Team National Instruments. This could be the game where National Instruments brings it back and keeps themselves in the After Hours Gaming League. He is the blue Terran, BGG. Now, a really early scout coming out here by our Protoss player. He is going to be able to see that there are no shenanigans going on, but that's about all he's going to be able to see. He's going to see that the gas is going up at a normal timing, and that there's no Macarax or any other strange things happening for our Terran player here. So, not too much getting done with this probe, but he does know that there's some... Oh, and look at this! This is why the early probe scout. He's going to go ahead and take the gas of the Terran player. Now, for the Protoss, this is very strong because of all of the buildings. They have the strongest gas building in the entire game. And of course, he can just warp it in here and run away without too much trouble. This is going to prevent the tech decisions by our Terran player, and if our Terran player had some sort of tech in mind, it's just going to make his entire build feel very dirty. It's going to make him feel just not right as he goes out and tries to take this out. He's going to have to dedicate his Marines to taking this out, and of course, it's going to give our Protoss player vision of everything that's going on. So this is a really great move. I love to see when Protoss players do this. And he is going to take a Nexus First expansion. Really great move there by IsCake. Now, Cake, he's going to go ahead and take his assimilator a little bit late, but that's okay because he went ahead and took this Nexus. The Gateway also warping in right now, and immediately he pops out a Zealot. He knows he's got to get some defense up just to make sure that there's no Marines moving across the map. Reactor Hellions are going to be on the way here very quickly. And this is the damage this SCV, because there is no stalker out on the map, this SCV has full reign of the base. He's going to see everything that's going on. And I love this. Look at this by Izcake, dropping proxy pylons all over his base, scouting inside of his own base to make sure no shenanigans are happening. Very, very nice, solid play here by Cake so far. This assimilator is still getting worked on. 25 supply. It still hasn't taken the second gas. This assimilator is doing so much work right now for a Terran play. Now, Widowmine is out, making one Widowmine before going into that reactored Hellion play. And that, ooh, actually reactored Widowmine. Very interesting. It looks like BGG wants to play very defensively right now. He's going to go ahead and get some Widowmines all over the map here. I suspect he'll put one in the mineral line and maybe one here at the top of the ramp as well. And then go ahead, put a bunker down. Oh, very nice. I love this by BGG. He's just going to put them all at the front. And this, I'm not sure if I like this so much. The main thing is that the Widowmines do a lot of damage and they do a lot of splash damage, so you want to break them up as much as possible. So you want to put one here at the front, one here, maybe one here. That way they do the maximum amount of damage possible. Oops. Yeah, there we go. Splitting them up. BGG doing a good job of splitting up these Widowmines. He knows how Widowmines work. Now one Marine going to go ahead and move out on the map. Make sure that that Xel'Naga tower isn't being held by some silly little probe or something like that. He is. He's not going to check the tower. There we go. Now he's going to see the probe. Yeah, he saw the probe there at the last second, and that's about it. There is going to be gas going down now for the Protoss player, and a nice scan coming right now for the Terran. But both players right now playing very defensively. Going to go ahead and go to mid-game timings now. It's going to be a mothership core coming out here for our Protoss player. It's going to be a robotics facility, and the next piece of tech, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be Colossus tech. It's going to be the robotics bay, and it's going to be a lot more gateways. Look at this very interesting placement here of the gateways, splitting them all over the base so that one scan can't detect how many gateways there are at any particular time. Very interesting SimCity here by Cake. Have the stem pack coming up here for our Terran player, and he is going to go ahead and get the armory, which is going to allow him to get into either mech or go Hellbat here in just a moment. Is he going to research this transformation servos? Let's take a quick look at how many Hellions he has on the map. He has no Hellions on the map, so probably not research that transformation servos, but he may still go for a Hellbat drop. Those can still be very effective if we take a look at the mineral lines here. They're very undefended, so a drop would be very, very effective here. Particularly, ooh, we have an Immortal come out. It's going to be an Immortal switch into Colossus, and this is a very smart play. Oh, I love this so much. Our Protoss player, he's going to show one Immortal, and he's going to trick the Terran into thinking that he's making just Immortals, and that is when he's just going to start pumping out Colossus after Colossus after Colossus. And what that does is it prevents the Terran from making Vikings. It slows down his Viking production because he's not able to react to the early Colossus out on the map. He's going to wait. He's going to hide these Colossus, I suspect. Or is he just going to move it across the map? No, he's going to move it across the map. Okay. It was a cool play. It still is a great play because he's not going to show this Colossus until the last second. He does have pylons here in order to reinforce with, and he is going to do exactly that. A nice warp in here in the middle of the map. He's going to keep that Colossus safe while he takes down the rocks here. Another pylon coming in here, and he suspects his opponent might have a third, but he's going to run in here and see that no third is here. Protoss player, at this point, he's going to have a hard time actually seeing what's going on. Oh no! The Observer sees everything. These Widow Mines are toast! He's going to go ahead and try to break the front. The shields go up, and the Colossus isn't doing a ton of damage. The Stalkers are doing a ton of damage as well, and the bunkers are not going to be up in time. What is going to be our Terran's reaction? The production facilities are under siege. A couple of Zealots are going to take a fall here. The Thor is going to be able to do some damage, but the Immortal does just so much damage to that Thor. That Thor is going to have to retreat for now. This Colossus is not getting taken down fast enough. It's doing way too much damage to the bio units. And this might be it right here for NI. It looks like Cake might take this back with a resounding victory. With a huge number of Stalkers here. He is going to heal up that one Marauder, get some damage done, but I don't think that our Terran player can do anything with this right now. Protoss player is just way too well reinforced. He has 1, 2, 3, 4 pylons on his opponent's side of the map. He has another Colossus that's going to help him siege this. And yeah, not a huge number of workers killed yet, but there's no army standing here. And extended thermal lance well on the way. He may just wait for that extended thermal lance to finish before he starts his next attack. But no, he's going to keep the pressure on, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to wait for the third Colossus in order to have that extended thermal lance up. Going to go ahead and move in here. Even though there are 2 Thors here, not going to be able to get much done with those. There's a few Marauders here that can do some heavy damage to the Stalkers, taking out a ton of Stalkers right now, actually. 4 Stalkers falling down, but it's not going to be enough. Thor after Thor is going to fall. He's going to have to keep those Thors alive. Oh, nice micro there with the medevac. He does lose the other Thor, however. He's going to prevent the army from coming down here in the natural. He's going to go ahead and get rid of this command center. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all she wrote. 13 workers killed in just this exchange. And the Protoss right now is banking minerals, taking his third at the same time. In fact, he doesn't have to do anything. He can back off right now and starve his opponent out. And GG! Ladies and gentlemen, Cake took an exciting victory there against BGG, and BGG not closing the series out for NI. Google is still in this right now, ladies and gentlemen. The score is 2-1, and we're going to be going into Game 4 here in any moment now, actually in a few minutes, and we'll be right back.